Me and George are here at the mall. We're going to be interviewing people about World War II.
It's going to be so great. You're going to love it.
It's going to be awesome.
We're going to offer a candy prize to anybody who can successfully answer our questions.
We're going to try to find some people who look knowledgeable about World War II. Sometimes you just tell by the look, you know, you look at their face and you just get that feeling.
Fighting unsuspecting victim to interview. If you could answer a question right, you might be able to win a Tootsie Pop even.
I love a Tootsie Pop.
Alright. Well, given that there were two different sides, World War II, the Axis and the Allied powers, which side was the US on?
The Allied.
Alright, that was the right answer. What kind of Tootsie Pop would you like?
The red one.
Okay, red one.
Oh, the red one. Here you go.
Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you.
Let's have a little bit of a harder question. Can you name 3 people on the Axis side?
I can't. I have no idea.
What about one? Just one.
I think.
Minutes. No hope.
I don't know.
One. Come on.
I didn't do well in history. That's why I'm not going to a good college.
Germany. That was a good choice. That was a good choice. Here you go, sir.
Thanks, man.
We hope you have a good day.
Thanks, dude.
Yeah. How do you like to try your luck at winning some Tootsie Pops? Alright. For a Tootsie Pop, could you tell me what 2 cities the US dropped the atomic bomb on in World War II?
Hiroshima. Hiroshima, that's one.
Can you name one more?
No, not one. That's Kansas. Hiroshima.
You got like half a Tootsie Pop?
I'm afraid not. Give him a hint.
Hiroshima, but this came a little random.
Starts with an N. I'm sorry?
Starts with an N?
Yeah. Dude, that was really close.
Yeah, Nakamura.
Nakamura. Sorry. The answer we were looking for was Nagasaki.
Nagasaki.
But hey, nice try though. Yeah. Alright, so here's a little question about Pearl Harbor. After Pearl Harbor was bombed, did the U.S. react by putting all of the Japanese citizens in internment camps? True or false?
False.
It was true. Sadly, the U.S. did get all of its Japanese American citizens, put them in internment camps, just to make sure there were no sleeper agents in the country.
I think they did it, but I don't know. I think that was false.
Sorry. Thanks for trying though. So, let me tell you a little bit something about the Battle of Midway, which is really like America's response to Pearl Harbor. Now, saying like this hot dog on a stick box being Pearl Harbor, and this orange chicken bowl is Japan, even though that's Chinese food. This is the American Navy. Most of our Navy was over here at this little island, which is Midway, which is a fortune cookie. Here, the Japanese, they planned to come and get the rest of our Navy that had been weakened from the bombings at Pearl Harbor and surprise us. But what they didn't know is that we intercepted a transmission that gave us pretty much the outline of their entire plan. So we prepared, and when we knew the time came that they were going to come and get us, we kind of came around like this, and when their fleet was actually advancing, we hit them like that, and the battle was right around Midway, right around here. We tried to come in with our planes, and they actually responded really well and took out most of our planes. And by this point, it was a surprise, but they dealt with it really well, and they kind of made like a 90-degree turn back this way, right? We had some dive bomber planes over here, which is like almost our last. They're like our last chance to get them, and they weren't seeing anything because they're over here. So they made a hunch. They kind of made a move on a hunch. They turned and they came across the 4 Japanese carriers. Even though there's only 3 iodized salts, there's 4 carriers. Really. And we got the dive bombers going, and that ended up sinking. Almost like all the carriers went down. All the carriers went down, and that took care of their main carriers. They also, they had sent some planes over to our fleet, and they were able to sink a couple carriers and some other boats. But overall, it was a win for the U.S. at Midway.
Excuse me, ma'am, would you be willing to answer a question, try and win a Tootsie Pop?
I could try to answer a question. I don't know if I'll know the answer.
Alright, true or false? The America, or the U.S. responded to the bombing of Pearl Harbor by putting Japanese American citizens in internment camps.
I'd say false.
It's actually true. We actually did. We were worried if there would be sleeper agents in the country, and we put them in internment camps.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty
Alright.
intense.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
What about you, kid? True or false?
What?
What did you ask her?
True?
True? Oh, dude.
Someone
Alright.
knows a little bit something
Oh,
about
you
World
She's
War
a
II.
flavor, man. All right, look at that.
Alright.
He's smarter than me.
I guess. Oh, that shows some people do know about World War II, Pearl Harbor.
Some people don't.